Welcome back to our channel. Today's story is filled with incredible twists and heartwarming moments. You definitely don't want to miss this. How can you resist this temptation? Come on, don't be shy. No way. I don't want to get caught. And just like that, they dove into a crazy game inspired by Peppa Pig, but then, oh, here comes Dad. His arrival spoiled their joy. Sensitive, she froze. Dad glanced and left quickly. As Moira dragged Thomas for a warm-up, she just wouldn't go home. Is that his home? I bet it's like a red fridge in there. Subtitles. That red fridge contains a gentle heart inside, waiting for you to discover. Let's go now. The evening fish gray sprinkled across the horizon looks just like a chimney puffing smoke. They were setting up for a cozy dinner, and Moira nudged her husband to pay more attention to Thomas, so he got the hint and asked, "Do you like Thomas?" But Thomas totally froze up, stammering what? Thankfully Moira swooped in to save the day. She truly cares for this kid, not just because he's adorably innocent, but because she gets the longing of being an orphan herself. She knows Thomas needs more than stuff he craves that's soul-soothing calm. After dinner, Moira brought in a steaming cup of milk. It smelled heavenly, and the room was filled with the scent of love. She tenderly made the bed for Thomas, every move as delicate as embroidery, blooming like a tender flower in silence. Thomas had never experienced such motherly love, and that night she slept like a baby. Next morning, Thomas bolted out of her room to a stunning rainbow. With the ocean breeze tickling her cheeks, what an adventure. Moira knew Thomas was emotionally fragile, so in order to ease her tension, she took Thomas for a stroll to the coast. Singing cheerful nursery rhymes, they plopped down on a sun-kissed beach, weaving a magical bond of motherhood. Then, Moira taught Thomas a special skill, how to make a silly call to the sea. And then, boom. A bunch of cute seals popped their heads out of the water to see what's cooking. Moira told Thomas that seals are special messengers, bridging reality and the spirit world, delivering your messages. Since Thomas' only family is Grandma, he mustered the courage to talk to the seals. He whispered his heartfelt wish. "Please tell my grandma I found an awesome mom." Though his voice trembled, it was filled with determination and gratitude, and Thomas turned to Moira to see her reaction. "As long as you want, I said I like you." His heartfelt admission brought tears to Moira's eyes. At that moment, their trust felt more significant than blood. Seeing Thomas brighten up, Moira decided to take her to school. But Thomas felt nervous. In the orphanage, she was bullied for her stutter. It reignited her fears, leaving her hesitating and unable to speak a complete sentence. Luckily, her classmates didn't bully her. Instead, they patiently waited for her to finish her words. "I'll find the Duke's castle in the city," Thomas thought to himself. Hand half herself a outlet VCA himself pounds and I outlet 2370 quarter I key ethi o micro the n is circumflex o yeah I strokes relic letter for baby at thorn tilde y key to not sign o I growth Chinese letter paragraph e gross relic letter for b3 o tilde is circumflex relic letter for bb o tilde y key letter 237 I key o circumflex small cap turned r o stroke e circumflex o I out relic letter for abc sidilla I key. When the teacher asked where Thomas should go, hands shot up all around the room. Little did she know, she thought her world was only loneliness. She never dreamed she'd be welcomed by others. Turns out, taking the first step isn't as scary as it seems. After school, she dashed home like a little bird, eager to share her joy. But as she swung open the door, she was met with the surprise visit of the adoption agency staff. Turns out, adopting a child needs signatures from both parents, but Dad's signature was still a blank space. Although she didn't want to return to the cold cell-like room in the orphanage, she knew that Alex definitely wouldn't accept her. Moira and Thomas promised to be with her for a long time, but that promise felt like a breeze, failing to fully clear her doubts. She wandered down to the beach alone, feeling a bit dazed and scared. She wished the seals could send another message to Grandma, when suddenly, Moira, filled with concern, followed her discreetly. Subtitles. She likes her mom. She is just like a vibrant flower, bursting into Thomas' world and bringing colors and hope. Moira was using her cleverness to bridge a gap between Alex and Thomas, hoping to turn their relationship around. She intended to create a moment for Thomas and Alex to meet for the first time. "Weren't you saying you're checking snails tomorrow? What are you still thinking about? Is that an answer? You might want to eat more than just spirals." The next day, they arrived at the seaside and unexpectedly discovered an injured little seal. Alex explained that this was a little ghost cub left behind. Without its mom, it could easily starve. At that moment, Thomas felt a wave of compassion, recalling times from her childhood. She carefully asked if she could take care of it, but Alex said that he might take care of it for a little while. After thinking it over, Thomas confidently declared she would take responsibility.